Good morning. Welcome to your daily operations weather briefing at 8:15. We have some cooler conditions out there this morning with some drizzle and light rain in the area. I didn't see any rainfall as of 8 o'clock this morning here at Wallops, but we do have some patchy drizzle out there. We'll be seeing that rain starting to come into the area as we move into later morning hours. We'll have a very good chance of rain with likely rain's chances for the early afternoon before we see a switch over to some light snowfall for the late afternoon evening. Looking at our surface analysis as of 9Z this morning, we have an area low pressure off the Mid-Atlantic coast, additional area low pressure over the Appalachian Mountains into the Tennessee Valley. This area low pressure over the Tennessee Valley is going to be allowing for another weak area low pressure to develop off the Wallops coastline for this afternoon and the evening hours. That's going to provide us with our rainfall and chances of snow for today. Looking at our radar and our surface observations as well as our satellite, you can see the snowfall and mixed precipitation starting to fill in across the western portions of the Mid-Atlantic region this morning into the central portions of the Mid-Atlantic region. Not seeing any of that here at Wallops, just seeing some dry conditions or patchy drizzle as I mentioned. Seeing that mixed precipitation starting to develop across the western portions of the Delmarva Peninsula as well. Seeing that rain-snow line creeping and moving towards the Wallops region for later on this afternoon, when we'll have that changeover to snowfall. Our winds are gusty this morning. We do have a wind advisory out for winds at or greater than 25 knots. The northeast, we're seeing winds around 20 knots sustained and gusting over 30 knots this morning, so quite breezy out there. We're seeing those winds becoming more north to northwesterly as we move into the afternoon hours today, and they will calm down slightly, seeing winds gusting around 23 knots for the afternoon hours. Looking at our high-resolution HER model this morning, going to give you an idea of what the radar may look like for today. Here's 8 o'clock this morning. You see that rain and mixed precipitation as well as snow off to our west and to our south. It's going to start developing over our area. Moving to 10 o'clock this morning, we'll have a good chance of some rainfall over the area. And moving into the noon time period, you'll see that rain-snow line most likely starting to encroach upon Salisbury. Once we move into about noontime, then we move into 2 o'clock this afternoon, we'll see some rain and snow showers in our area, and then after 4 o'clock, looks like our predominant precip type will be snow. However, the models have trended much lower with the amount of precipitation we'll see for this afternoon and the evening hours, as well as a delay in the switch to snowfall. So it looks like we're going to be seeing less snowfall across the central and southern portions of the Delmarva Peninsula with this system, and we move into the evening hours, we'll just see some lingering flurries into the overnight time period. Here's our current condition as of 8 o'clock this morning. We had an overcast sky at 1,000 feet, unrestricted visibilities, seeing winds out of the northeast at 4-degree azimuth, 24 knots, gusting to 31 knots, temperature at 40 degrees, and relative humidity at 88%. Here's our risk chart for today. We're going to have red conditions for precipitation throughout the day-to-day with a good chance of rainfall as we move after about the 10 o'clock hour this morning, and then we'll see that rainfall continuing until about 2 o'clock this afternoon, when we'll see a chance of the rain mixing and changing over to snow, and we'll have a predominant precip type of snow after about 1600 local at 4 o'clock today. Seeing an orange condition for some lingering light snow showers after 8 o'clock or 20 local, and then we'll just see some flurries for the time period after midnight to 4 a.m. Our winds are going to be the strongest this morning out of the northeast. Once they do switch out of the north to north-northwest, we'll see the winds calm down slightly compared to what we're seeing this morning. Our peak wind this morning will be out of the northeast, seeing those gusts are in the lower 30s this morning. For this afternoon, we'll see northwesterly winds into the evening hours at 10 to 15 knots, gusting to near 23 knots. So a yellow for our winds throughout the time period, which will be seeing winds around that 25 knot criteria, but most likely just under it for the afternoon hours. we'll have a yellow for our ceilings for today, and then we'll see those ceilings rise for the overnight time period around 1,000 feet, so not seeing any chances of ceilings at 500 feet or lower. And our total snowfall accumulation from this system is going to be lower than was expected yesterday, seeing less than an inch of snowfall. Most likely going to see about a half to an inch here at Wallops, possibly up to 3 inches in Salisbury. But right now the system is underachieving and the cold air is delayed getting in here, so it's going to be very difficult to see any snowfall accumulating on road or paved surfaces. Most likely going to see all the accumulation on car tops, elevated surfaces, and grassy type areas. Looking at our 24-hour terminal forecast, we do have that overcast deck at 1,000 feet this morning. You'll see that light rain moving in the area for the mid-morning hours into the afternoon hours. And as I mentioned, once we move after 2 o'clock or 1,400 local a day, we'll see the chance of that rain and snow mix. And then after 1,600 local, we'll see an overcast deck at 600 feet, 2 mile statute visibility, light snow, a chance that we do have moderate snow in the area, reducing visibilities down to 1 mile. Moving the overnight hours, we'll just see an overcast deck at 1,000 feet, slight chances some lingering snow flurries or a snow shower till about 3 o'clock in the morning. And then Thursday at 8 a.m. or 8 local, we'll have a broken deck at 2,000, broken deck at 5,000, broken deck at 18,000. Our tides are 1 to 2 feet above normal. Looking to Thursday and a Friday. Thursday we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies, breezy conditions, a high of 47 degrees. Our winds will be at or around 25 knots throughout the afternoon hours on Thursday, so an orange for our winds at 25 knots. Thursday night we'll have partly cloudy skies to mostly clear skies, chilly temperatures, a low of 32 degrees. Green chart for Thursday night. And then for Friday we'll have partly cloudy skies, breezy conditions, and chilly temperatures, a high of 46 degrees, and a yellow for our winds. Looks like the winds will be once again around that 25 knot criteria for our Friday. Well, that's going to complete the 8:15 daily operations weather brief this morning. We're back at 10 o'clock to look at the next 7 days.